strong performance against the Sixers team?
I think, just coming in on the second unit, you guys are setting a lot of screens for me, telling me to be real aggressive, kind of provide a little bit of an offensive spark. And so, that's sort of the mindset from the beginning of the game.
Shorthanded, no Kyrie. You and Karras and Jared were on that Nets team that faced the Sixers in the playoffs a couple of seasons ago. In a situation like this, when you're shorthanded, or just in general, what kind of advantage does it give you that you've been able to grow, develop, and have the common chemistry with those two guys in particular?
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of guys on the roster where we're familiar with playing with one another, and obviously you mentioned, Jarrett and Karras. We obviously have the longest sort of standing relationship in terms of being able to, sort of read each other, play off one another. So, it's definitely helpful to have that, regardless of people out or in. I feel like we play pretty well together.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, Joe, it seems like every time you guys play the Sixers, it ends up at least a little bit chippy. Is it fair to characterize this as a mini rivalry of sorts?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say that. I mean, I guess rivalries are kind of, we played in the playoffs. We play, same division. We see each other 4 times every year. So a lot of familiarity with a number of those guys. And, it's 2 competitive groups, but I think just because proximity and then the amount of times we play against each other or have played against each other in the past, you could probably say that, yes.
Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
Hey, Joe, do you remember on Tuesday how you found out you were coming off the bench instead of starting and what your reaction to it was?
Yeah, I talked to Steve the day before, and, he was transparent with me, and, I knew that he wanted to change things up, and it's definitely, for the better of the group. We've played a lot better these last 2 games, and I have no problem with it whatsoever, as long as we're winning games and playing the right way. And sometimes it takes just tinkering with things a little bit, and he made the right move for sure.
Malika Andrews, ESPN.
Joe, I just remember last year your conversations with Garrett Temple were so important in kind of getting the ball rolling for discussions for this team surrounding race. I'm wondering what you made of yesterday at the Capitol and preparing for a basketball game today.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely difficult. I think, like most of us, it's certainly extremely alarming. Obviously there's a number of people hurt, and fatally hurt. So those are the first people that come to mind where, you hope that, their loved ones, families are doing okay. But it is just sort of mind boggling. And it is, one of these situations where it's unfortunate that we kind of are constantly circling back to it. A lot of times sports are supposed to be an outlet, to get away from the politics and things that are going on. But when it's so divisive and so in your face, there's a number of people that, across the NBA where we all have platforms, we all have voices, and, we're standing up for what we feel is the right thing. And it's just unfortunate that you keep having to do it. You hope that there's more promising times in the future, but I would say for sure it is worrisome and it is unfortunate. But again, you just pray for the folks that, were fatally injured and their families.
Bruce Beck, NBC New York.
Joe, you have a 3 in 69 straight games. Do you take pride in your consistency, whether you're starting or not, whether you're scoring big in a game or not, just always being ready?
Yeah, I mean, this is my job. I am in the NBA for, obviously there's other facets of my game where certainly I can definitely play at an NBA level, but the main reason is my ability to shoot the ball, and my ability to face the floor, be aggressive, hunting into shots. And, that's my identity as a player. So I do definitely take a lot of pride in it.
Tom Dowd, BrooklynNets.com.
Joe, you guys, I think, had 30 assists as a group tonight. How significant just the ball movement and rhythm offensively, especially considering you're probably playing a lot of lineups that hadn't seen a lot of time together as a group?
Yeah, I think, it's just a product of sort of the hand that we were dealt. It's tough playing without such prominent players. But then when we have a group that's like this, we know we have to play together, and we gotta move the ball, we gotta share the ball, and kind of give up those good shots for great shots. Make sure other guys are getting touches, because that's the best opportunity we have offensively.